Hey marshmallows, welcome to my first ever purely intuitive tarot reading. Whoa, not tarot reading. Whoa. Bitch, we're not using no tarot. Literally, I'm using nothing but my psychic gifts to read, okay? So soon I'm gonna bring it to the shop very soon to my website, and you guys can purchase completely purely psychic readings. This reading, I will not be using any tarot cards. I will not be using any divination tools at all. I will just be using my pure natural psychic abilities to connect and get into people's energy. So today we're doing Doechii. Okay, some of you guys requested her like a while ago and she's been on my list. So I'm like, okay, let's start with Doechii. Okay, like I said, this is purely just psychic, intuitive, no tarot cards. Okay, but if you do want a tarot card reading, okay, link down below, go to the website. And without further ado, let's get into it. So Doechii, if you guys were curious, her real name is actually Jayla. It's Jayla Jemiah Hickman. That is her real name, all right? And she is signed to Capitol Records, okay, back in 2022. So let's get into it. All right, so first off, when I started meditating, because obviously before I can read on somebody, I have to get into their energy, and that requires me to meditate. Okay. So it was really kind of easy to get into her energy. She's not super, I feel like her energy is not super restrictive. She's very open and expressive. Like she's a very expressive person. I feel like it almost relates to like some sort of disorder or something like that, but nothing crazy. She's just very expressive. She could be bipolar. I don't know why I'm picking up on that, but she could be bipolar, like having mood swings. Her emotions, they're very magnified. I wouldn't say she's sensitive, but she is very sensitive to experiencing things. Like things affect her on a bigger level than most people. That's what I'll say. Anyway, so when I first started meditating into her energy, I kind of noticed my breathing pattern got very scattered. It kind of started feeling like I was hyperventilating a little bit, right? And it just reminds me of her song she came out with that was like, like that was real. Okay, so I told y'all, when y'all listen to celebrities, when y'all listen to artists and the music, listen to what they put into their music because a lot of it is actually real and it relates to their real life, right? So that breathing stuff, she actually does have a little bit of a hyperventilation problem, and I think it goes back to her anxiety and depression. She definitely suffers with depression because as I was meditating in her energy as well, I kind of wanted to cry. I felt a little bit sad. So there's definitely some depression. And I think her depression goes back to her early childhood, right? Some trauma that she faced as a child is still affecting her life. So if she hasn't gone to a therapist yet, I would recommend her to go to a therapist because there's something that she needs to deal with that is still affecting her from her past, from her childhood. But yes, hyperventilation, she does actually suffer with that. So I would recommend her to do some meditation. Spirit said do meditation, do some breathing exercises, which I feel like she's already done. I definitely feel like she's taking steps to better herself and her mental health. So yes, mental health is a bit of a struggle and just mainly depression. For some reason, while I was meditating, I kept hearing in the beginning, like, I'm scared, I'm scared. So again, this just brings me back to her anxiety. Now, Spirit is also warning her to watch what she eats. I'm not exactly sure what's going on with that, but I feel like she may have struggled with some sort of eating disorder before. Maybe she has like a binging problem, or I feel like Doechii's the kind of person where whenever she's dealing with something and she's going through a hard time or she's dealing with something difficult, she kind of looks for an outlet, right? So like, I'm not really feeling the best, or my boyfriend just broke up with me, so I'm gonna binge eat, right? Or I'm not feeling good about life, so I'm just gonna smoke weed like 3 times a day, right? So there's that. Anywho, I feel like I did an earlier reading on her. I definitely did a reading on her earlier before. I don't know if I ever made it public, but I remember when she wasn't that popular, I said she was going to pop off later on and her success was going to be a lot more long term. So first of all, Spirit said that she will have long term success. Okay, Doechii is here to stay. Now, speaking of her success, she kind of feels very happy and relieved to be where she is right now, because I definitely feel like she faced a lot of obstacles within the industry, right? And unfortunately, Spirit revealed to me that a lot of these obstacles were due to her look, right? I see her being rejected by a lot of executives, a lot of producers, a lot of record label owners, and they're looking at her and they're telling her, you don't have the look. You don't have the look. Because think about the category she's in, right? She's a female artist, more specifically a female rapper, right? And a lot of female rappers, they're lighter skinned. They usually look racially ambiguous, big butts, nice body, all of that, right? And I hear her constantly being told by different executives, you don't have the look. And so that is possibly why it kind of took her so long to pop off, even though she's been in the game for a while. It took her a while to pop off, right? Mind you, I don't know too much about Doechii. I didn't really do a lot of research because I just wanted to completely rely on my abilities, okay? So Spirit is saying that she feels very relieved. Like, there's this energy of her currently being like, I made it. I made it. After everybody told me I couldn't make it, after this man told me I was too dark, this one told me I was too fat, this one told me I was too skinny, I didn't have enough ass, I made it, right? So she's very happy and thankful, right? It's like, I made it not due to my looks, but I made it due to my talent, right? My talent, my ability, my gift, I made it. So there's that kind of energy, right? Yeah, I wrote down she faced many obstacles within the industry. Again, I just hear her being rejected and somebody saying, yeah, you're not light enough. And it's true, y'all, being black, if you do not look lighter than a brown paper bag, you'll be rejected. I've experienced that myself. So I feel like she's kind of faced rejection from the industry as a whole. And so it's almost like I'm just relieved that I was able to overcome that and make it, right? Now she also feels as though she has finally found her audience, because when you're a new artist, it's about finding what works for you, your niche, right? So who can I say has found their audience? Like, for example, Nicki Minaj, she's found her audience, right? Her audience is people that are into rap, people that are into female rap. Let's see another artist that kind of struggled with their identity. I don't know, but just think of any artist that has a specific niche and that has found their audience. She's like, I finally found my audience, right? Which is great. That's the main thing you want as an artist, is a strong foundation. So yeah, she's kind of like, whew, and it's also, she's like, I'm finally getting my flowers, all the work, all the effort that I put into my music, which she's put a lot. Like, she's one of those artists where I can see she doesn't rely too much on ghostwriters. Sometimes, I would say, for sure. By the way, she's sold out. Okay, Doechii is sold out. And when I say sold out, I mean she sold her soul. And that doesn't have to mean literally, but it just means you succumb to the industry and you are willing to do any and everything to get to where you need to be. And she has sacrificed a lot. So she's like, I'm finally getting my flowers, my recognition, right? Yeah, like I said, Spirit told her to practice meditation. It'll help with her anxiety and depression. So, I would just recommend her to spend a couple minutes in the sun. All right. Like, relax, okay? So yeah, there's also this feeling of her finally being happy with where she's at in her life and just being satisfied, right? It's that feeling of content. Like, there's nothing else that I want. It's only up from here, so everything that she's wanted in the past, she's finally achieved. It's almost like she feels as though she manifested her life, right? I see her sitting down late at night, almost praying to God, like, please let me succeed, Lord, please, I want this so bad. And she's finally achieved it. And, it feels like manifestation. Like, I achieved what I wanted to achieve. So she's very content with her life as of right now. I was trying to ask about her love life, and Spirit is kind of saying that's on the back burner right now. She doesn't really care too much about that at the moment. She's just hyper fixated on music. She's hyper fixated on her career. So I don't see her having much of a love life. I mean, I see a couple little flings here and there. For some reason, I'm seeing a girl, okay, a white girl. She could, dibble and dabble, especially, I don't know if she's came out about her sexuality, but I definitely see her, having some fun time with a girl, just having some fun, but I don't see her really wanting to get into anything serious at this point, because she wants to pour all of her energy into music. I also heard her say, this is a big FU to the haters. Like I said, I feel like Doechii has experienced a lot of rejection in the industry. So right now she's kind of like, girl, fuck you. Like, I made it. Aha. All those who said I couldn't, look at me now. Like, she's very much on this, look at me now, I'm getting paper. You know what I mean? That's her energy right now. So anyways, some advice from Spirit, because Spirit had to come in real quick. Spirit said to slow down, okay? Slow down. Like I said, she's hyper fixated on her career. She's going to be out and about for a while. I see her taking breaks periodically, but it's like, she feels as though, and how can I describe this? Doechii feels as though she's finally broke through that invisible glass ceiling, or she's finally broke the barrier. Like, she's finally achieved the success and she went mainstream. Do you know how hard it is to go mainstream, not only as an artist but a content creator? It's hard. So she's like, finally, I did it. Now it's time for all the ideas that I've been thinking of, everything I want to achieve. It's time to put in that work. Spirit is saying to slow down, because if she doesn't slow down, I see her experiencing burnout. Okay, she will be burnt out. And when I say burnout, I mean it as in when you work too long without taking a break and you kind of get that exhaustion. You feel lethargic. You're like, whew, you know what I mean? So Spirit is telling her to slow down. Take it one step at a time. Spirit's like, I know you're eager. I know you're ready to leave your legacy. You're ready to build your brand, but take it one step at a time. Okay. The world will wait. We will wait for you. Right. It's almost kind of like Doechii feels as though if she steps away from the spotlight for 1 second, she may never be able to get back to the mainstreamness in which she's at right now. You understand? So she's like, I gotta do this, I gotta do that, while the spotlight is still on me, because nowadays our attention span is very short. So it's like 1 second you're here, the next second you're not. And so she's trying to make sure she leaves her mark. Spirit is telling you to slow down. Your mark will be left. Okay, it's in your legacy. When something's written in the stars, I mean, you can do things to change it, but it's destined, right? It is destiny for her to leave some sort of legacy. Relax. Okay, Spirit's telling her to slow down, take a breather, relax. Everybody is not your friend. That's another thing Spirit had to say. Everybody's not your friend. So all these people that are congratulating you right now, they're smiling in your face. I'm seeing a couple celebrities. I don't know why I'm thinking of Tyler, the Creator, right now, but celebrities like that. You know what I mean? Any other artists that are in your face congratulating you, they're smiling in your face and they're talking shit behind your back, because obviously the industry is very competitive. And I definitely see that there are some people who want her spot. Especially, I see her winning an award and another celebrity being in the crowd like, that should have been me, or bitch, I should have won that award, or what's the name should have won that award. Like, it shouldn't have been her. So the people that are smiling in her face and the people that are clapping for the cameras, behind the scenes, they're talking shit behind your back. So while you're here being friendly and you're smiling in everybody's face, just know not everybody's not your friend. Okay, what Nicki Minaj said, they said it's no friends in the game, you ain't learned that yet. Okay, also funny, I quoted Nicki Minaj. She's received she's received some backlash on social media because, she came out in a song collaboration with Jenny and her flow was an exact replica of Nicki Minaj. So people are kind of saying she stole Nicki's flow. And I didn't actually dive into that, but let me dive into that right now. Did she take a direct copy from Nicki Minaj? I don't know, y'all. Spirit is telling me that it wasn't intentional. I definitely think Nicki inspires her for sure. Like, if you were to ask her, she'd be like, yeah, Nicki is an inspiration for me. I grew up listening to her. And so I don't think she intended to directly copy her, but I think in that moment she was channeling Nicki Minaj, right? Like, she was intentionally like, let me step into this Nicki Minaj flow. Like, I don't think it was intentional though. I don't think it was on some Ice Spice, like, let me steal your flow, let me steal her. No, I think Doechii definitely has the talent and creativity to get her own flow. I just think she wanted to channel Nicki in that moment, and I don't think she realized how similarly she sounded to Nicki Minaj. So I don't think she meant to directly copy her. But I definitely think if you were to ask her, she'd be like, yeah, I definitely was inspired by her. So there's that. Anywho, Yeah, she's very motivated at the moment. She's very amped up. Slow down. Everybody's not your friend. Okay, Spirit said be careful. Now there's also something to do with self-love, right? I think now she's definitely getting a little better when it comes to her self-esteem, but I definitely think she has struggled with self-love and self-esteem, and I'm going to give her some grace because I can agree to this. I feel like it's more so relating to her skin tone. Okay, I definitely feel like I'm hearing I was bullied a lot in school for my skin tone, and I can relate to that, right? So I always give my fellow black girls, especially if they are darker skinned, I always give my darker skinned black girls grace when it comes to self-love and self-acceptance, because even it took me a while to get there, right? Imagine being told from birth, imagine being told, not even from birth, but like from childhood, that you're ugly and you're not pretty because of your blackness. And that's something you can't change, right? Like, I can't change my blackness. I can't. There's nothing I could do about that. I mean, I could do some bleaching cream, but that would hurt my health, right? So there's something to do with her um accepting, there's something to do with self-acceptance and just self-love, right? So I think she's finally starting to step in and appreciate her blackness. I especially think that, she struggled with it not only from childhood, but the industry, right? I just said that she has experienced some backlash from the industry due to her skin tone, right? Everybody wants lighter skinned women. Well, not everybody, but that's the standard, right? So I feel like now that she's finally starting to see success, she's like, she's finally starting to be like, I think I like my black skin. You know what I mean? Like, I don't feel so bad about it anymore. And again, I'm going to give her some credit. I don't think it's on some, oh, I hate my blackness. Maybe it was like that as a kid, but I feel like her skin color made her very insecure due to the rejection that she faced, but not on some, oh, all dark skinned people are ugly. Like, no, not like that. Not, she just more so internalized it, right? Like, almost kind of selling herself short because she's dark skinned, because that is what people have perpetrated onto her. But I think she's finally starting to get to a point, like, slowly, very slowly but surely, she's starting to, accept herself. Moving on. Yeah, Spirit said to stay focused and don't get distracted. So when I say that, I'm talking about what the yo, them little kids like I'm not even gonna talk about that, y'all. My neighbors are fucking annoying. Anywho, so Spirit is telling her to stay focused and to not get distracted, right? So Spirit talks about the Hollywood parties, right? I'm hearing her song, I like day drinking and parties in Hollywood and all of that. Spirit is saying don't get distracted. All right. I think especially, oh, now I'm starting to see. So she did talk about her addiction in the song as well. Spirit talked about that as well, her addiction. She also needs to see a therapist for that. Yeah, she self-medicates a lot. Like I said, if she doesn't handle stress very well. Like, you know how some people work better under stress? She doesn't handle stress very well. And I feel like when she's stressed out immensely, she starts to self-medicate. So Spirit is saying, yeah, there's nothing wrong with partying. There's nothing wrong with having a good time. Don't get carried away. Do not get carried away into that lifestyle, partying every day, drinking every day. Spirit saying, watch how much you drink, watch the substances. Okay, a little marijuana never hurt nobody. Okay, a little Mary Jane never hurt anybody. But watch. Okay, watch yourself. Watch how much you intake it. Watch who you get it from. Okay, Spirit saying be careful. There's definitely some people in the industry like, yo, come get a sniff of this. Okay, Spirit saying turn down those offers. Stay focused. If you want to succeed, you have to stay focused, because it's so easy to get carried away with the lifestyle, the partying, the this, the that. Stay focused. All right, that is what Spirit had to say. But yeah, I definitely feel like if y'all are wondering if Doechii sold out, yeah. Let me tell you something. Any celebrity you see achieving that amount of fame and success, they sold out. Now, I don't feel like she sold her soul necessarily. Not yet. Her soul is still there, but sold out meaning, she, doing anything for fame. Like, she definitely was not lying when she said she'll, do a little this, do a little that to get to where she needs to be. I definitely feel like okay. When I say that, I don't mean like anything. You know what I mean? But hey, if I have to fuck with this executive to get this and that, then I may have to do that, right? There's a little bit of that. All right. I don't know too much. I don't know too much about that, but yeah, like she kind of sold out a little bit. Not completely yet. But yeah. So ultimately, right, with all this fame and success that she has achieved, there's something that she wants to do with it, right? Like this is not the end of her legacy. I feel like there's something else she wants to do. There's a bigger thing. So Spirit revealed to me that one of the things she wants to do with this fame and success is she wants to uplift darker skinned Black women, because again, all of the hardships she's faced in her life, a lot of it is related to her being dark skinned, okay, darker skinned. And I can relate to that as well. There's a lot of things that I have faced. A lot of people don't understand just how hard it is being a darker skinned Black woman. The amount of opportunities that get pulled from you as soon as people see you and your skin tone and your race, right? Even dating, the amount of people that are not interested in you because of your skin tone. Even people of your own race will reject you because of your skin tone. So I felt like there's something she wants to do that involves uplifting darker skinned Black women as a whole, specifically darker skinned Black women. She wants to uplift Black women, period, but definitely darker skinned Black women. She wants to put a spotlight on that community. So I tried to get into her familial life, like what's going on with that. Spirit said that there is some blockage as it relates to her family, so there could be some issues, some disagreements. I kind of almost feel like she's estranged. I think I said that right. Estranged from her family. There's a sort of disconnect there. Like, you know what I mean? Like I'm kind of hearing the word orphan. Not orphan, but just, yeah, she's her own individual person. Like, she's kind of separated herself from her family. So there's definitely some healing that needs to be done there if she wants to heal that part of her life. But yeah, there is some problems at home. Yeah, disagreements, stuff like that. Not seeing eye to eye with certain family members. I'm picking up on her mother as well. Something about her mom. Like, there's some issues there. Disagreements. I almost kind of felt like, was she kicked out? Like, was she kicked out of her home at 18 or something like that? It feels like that. Anywho, so now the future of her career, besides wanting to do something for, darker skinned Black women, I see she might get into acting, which isn't a surprise. Most artists, they get into acting. And yeah, I see another huge album release. So after this album is done, after she's promoting that, like I said, Doechii is trying to stay on our necks because she's like, all right, I'm here, I made it. Let me keep pushing. Let me keep pushing before the spotlight goes away, right? So she's going to do another huge album release. She's very just overall focused on her growth as an artist, right? She wants to continue to grow and evolve. And yeah, like I said, there's something bigger that she wants to do. So overall, I see a pretty bright future for her. I see her lasting a very long time. She'll definitely leave her mark. She'll leave a stain in the industry. And yeah, like I said, last warnings from Spirit, everybody's not your friend, and stay focused, y'all. Let me know what y'all thought. If y'all have any questions y'all specifically want to ask, y'all can, and we can do more of these intuitive readings. No tarot cards, okay? Let me know what y'all thought. I feel like I did a really good job. But yeah, comment down below, like the video, go purchase your own tarot reading. Like I said, I'm going to do intuitive readings shortly. But yeah, I'll see y'all on the next one. Bye. Mwah.